Hi, my name is Jeanette. I'm just going to share my sad story about me falling twice and being involved in an accident while pregnant. Okay, I think the first fall I was around 28 weeks. I fell here in my house. I was walking down the stairs and then I slipped and I fell with my bum. Of course, I was scared. And on that night, like the numbers of COVID were very high. So I was scared to go to the hospital, thinking, okay, now like the hospitals are full because of the numbers. So I couldn't sleep that night. I had bruises on my bum and my back. I kept on crying, but then whenever I checked, I even watched videos on YouTube. What happens when you fall? What do you need to do, and all of that. But I was very stressed out. I kept on watching videos on YouTube just to help me to calm down, and listening to other women who have fell while pregnant. It really helped me to be relieved, but it's a difficult thing. You stress whether the baby like you. I was even pressing my baby to check that please play. I kept on eating something to make the baby to move, because I'm like, okay, as long as I can feel him kick, then I think I'll be relieved. And then I kept on stressing, but then the baby was fine. I booked a gynae appointment. The gynae checked the baby was fine, kicking okay, everything was fine. I was like, phew, okay, now we are fine. And then at work, I missed my chair. I was trying to sit down. I fell with my bum again. And my kids in the class were watching and they're like, are you okay? They were worried, and yeah, I had to go home, and then I had to go and see a doctor. I got checked up again. The baby was fine. But then you worry and you think, okay, is my baby okay? Is everything fine? Yo, it's very stressful, but I thank God throughout everything, that God was there for me. God like helped me throughout this journey, and my baby also. I kept on praying and praying that, oh God, please be with my baby, protect my baby, cover my baby with the blood of Jesus, because I was like, okay. But then I think I was now big, like very big. I'll I'll show you my picture. We were involved in an accident with my kids. So my sister, my kids, both my sons and my sister, my younger sister. So she broke her collarbone, and my younger son broke his arm, and the other one had like a big bump on his head. So he he was bleeding when he came out, so he was unconscious. Yo, so I had pains here. Yo, like when it happened, it was like, am I dreaming? Is this really happening? My kids, my sister, a child in the car. Yo, so yeah, just thinking about that day, just yeah, breaks my heart to see all my kids there and not knowing if my kid, my baby in my tummy is still alive or yeah. And then they went to the hospital. When they went to the hospital, okay, mom is fine. Then they checked using the x-ray. Okay, we had to be changed and taken to another hospital because that one they don't admit patients, so we had to go to Langmed, the big hospital. So they were admitted there, both my kids. So on that very night, on Saturday night, because they also checked me. When they checked me, the baby was kicking, everything, the heartbeat was there, everything was fine. I was like, oh, thank God, because I was praying in the car saying, okay, when they left, I was praying. And then the guy, because the ambulance took longer, and my baby, my youngest one, the second son, was unconscious. So this guy was like, okay, no, I need to take the kids to the hospital because the ambulance is not arriving, because they kept on calling, but there was no ambulance. So they went, and after some time he came back to check up on me because I had pains here on this side because the car hit us on this side. And I literally had pains here also under my tummy. So when they checked me, the baby was fine, the heartbeat was there, and my baby was playing. God's grace, yo. God is amazing, I don't want to lie. After that trauma, seeing my kids and all of that happening, like, God is amazing, I don't want to lie. And then, okay, both my sons were admitted. So now I'm there with them. They're sleeping, they're in pain, both of them. So when they are there, I don't know what happened. I think it's shock or just the stress of everything. I started bleeding. When I started bleeding, they had to take me to casualty. When they took me to casualty, and then casualty, they took me to maternity to check the baby. So I'm thinking, God, what is happening? And people were busy praying for me, praying for my kids, praying and praying. And I was also like, God, please take control because I don't know what's happening now. And then they checked, the nurse, they checked my baby, and then they put that machine that checks the heartbeat of the baby. My baby, the heart was fine. And then I'm really sorry for crying, but just thinking about it, and it just, God is really amazing. So after that, I sat there and they checked the baby's heartbeat. And when they checked the baby's heartbeat, my baby was fine. The heartbeat was fine. And then because I was in a hospital where my gynae is not there, so they said no, I need to contact my gynae. They took my gynae's number, but he didn't answer. So they monitored me, they observed me until I think it was around 1 at midnight, and then I was worried about my kids that I left alone in the pediatric ward. So I was discharged because the heartbeat of the baby was fine, and also the gynae there said, okay, if like now that the baby's heartbeat is fine, I can go back and check my kids. But if I'm not fine, I can always call my gynae to come and check my baby, and also like if I'm giving birth, to come and help me. Okay, fine. I went back to my kids. My husband, then they called him to come. He was already in the hospital. So I was sitting there. The following morning, that was a Sunday, they took my elder son with a broken arm to go and do his operation. So he was still in pain that time. They took him to go and do his operation, and then after that, yeah, we were waiting for him, and then the other one woke up. My youngest woke up, and then he looked much better, but then this whole part, he was bruised up, and he was just swollen. Then we were just sitting and waiting for my eldest son to come back. But then I could feel the baby when I'm eating. He's kicking, he's fine. You know, like whenever I feel the kick, it was like, oh God, thank you. It's you reassuring me that you are still, yeah, with me. Like my baby is still with me. Thank you so much. Oh, kept on praying. I kept on praying for my kids, for my son's operation to go well. My sister now had to go to another hospital because she didn't have medical aid. So now she had to go to a public hospital. She was in in a different hospital, so it was very stressful because she had to go there and I had to go to another hospital with my kids. So I thank God more than anything that we were fine, we are still alive. Yo, that is like more than anything. That is the most important thing. So I'm very grateful. God is amazing. He does miracles, and like my kid is still alive. He's here. I'm gonna post his picture and show you that. And then the accident happened on, when was it? In October, on a Saturday. And then I gave birth on the 23rd of October. So I think, was it 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after I gave birth? Then, yeah, I gave birth after, yeah, I think 3 weeks after the accident. So, yeah, God is amazing. And when I gave birth, there were no complications. I had a normal delivery, like, oh, yeah, God is, yeah, is God the Son, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Like, yo, I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. I'm very grateful. He's an amazing God. He's an amazing Father. I thank God more than anything. I thank God. I thank God. I wouldn't be here, and my child wouldn't be here. I really thank God. He's an amazing God. He's an amazing Father. Thank you.